Hello friends, welcome to this new video where we are going to discuss Microsoft Teams software features. As we all know, we are using this software since long. Most of us are already aware of many features, for example, chatting, making calls, scheduling meeting, group calls. But along with all these features, we have so many other features which are already available within the team software, which we need to know to improve the productivity of a company, and we need to save our time while performing our project activities. So we are going to discuss in detail each and every feature which is available within Teams. Then in the end, we'll discuss various setting options which we can use to optimize the uses of this software. So let us start with the first topic. First of all, let us see Teams web and app access. Okay, if you Google Office 365, the first website is office.com. This is Microsoft Corporation web, where all these web options of Office are available. Microsoft Office, all features are available. So once we log into this Office 365, if we are working with an organization or many of the schools these days, they have access to Teams, then we can log in into this Office 365 web, and there also you can see all these options which are available under apps section. So we can use it here from here only, or we can download the Teams software application which can be used on any desktop or laptop. The benefit between these two, using these two, is if we are using through web only, then we can log in it from anywhere and we can enter into the Teams. If we are frequently using a particular laptop or a desktop, then we can download this app and we can start using the features. Now, once we log into the Teams, these are the main features which are available. Okay, on left side, these are the features: activity, chat, Teams, calendar, calls, and files. In this video, we are going to discuss each and every section in detail. Okay, we are going to start with Teams. Once we click on Teams, the window will appear like this. Okay, we are having few sections which we are going to discuss in detail one by one. Okay, post, files, wiki, and additional tabs. Each and everything we are going to discuss in detail. Okay, so let us start with creating Teams. Once you click over here where join or create a team, if somebody has already joined created a team, then we can join that team. There are many methods for joining the team, which we are going to discuss in coming slides. We can create a team also. Okay, once we create a team, then all those features can be used. We can add members, we can add channels, and many more things. So under creating a team, there will be few options which will be available: posts, files, wiki, and tabs. This each and every section we are going to discuss in detail. So once we click over create a team, this window will pop up. We can start it from scratch. We are going to create a new team from a group or team which is already available. If we have created any group on Office 365, that will be available here. Once we log into the Teams, then this will be linked with Office 365 and we can import that group from here. Okay, there are few templates which are already there. If we want to use any, then we can use also. In this video, we are going to create a team from scratch. So once we click over create a team, this window will pop up and we'll click on from scratch. Once we click on from scratch, this window will pop up, private or public. If we create a public team, then it will be available to whole organization. Once we and this team will be available for joining to everyone. Anybody can join without your permission because it is public and it is available to all. So what we are going to do now, we are going to create a private team where people need permission to join, or we can add members into that particular team. So we'll click on private. So once we click on this, then this window will pop up where we can allocate some team name. For example, we are allocating project team. This is the name of our team which we are going to create in this session. So here also we can give some description. Whoever joins this team, this will be available to him before joining. So we can give a small message here and then we can click over team. Next step is adding members to the team. Once we create a team, then we can add n number of team members here. Once we start adding members, we will have option here to make them owner, or they can uh, be a part of team as a member. The only difference is there will be few additional access to owner. They can add new members and they can edit few things which are not available for members. So all these things we can change later also. We can add permissions and other options later to members and owners. So those features are available right now while creating a team, and once we have created, then also we can edit. Once we create a team, there are many features which we need to understand before starting using the teams, created teams. So once we right click over created team, whatever team we have created, this will come under this. Okay, once we click on teams, all the teams created by us will be visible here. Then if we right click over the team name, whatever team we have created, if we right click over this, these many options will be available. We need to understand each and every option. We can hide it, like many teams we have here available with us, but those are hidden. We can always unhide from here only. Manage team, add channel, add members, leave the team. If you don't want to be part of any team, then you can always leave the team anytime. Edit team, if you have created and you are the owner, you have option to edit the teams. Get team, link to the team. We can get a link and we can share it with people. They can directly click on that link and enter it to the team. Manage tags. Suppose there are 10 people and we want to allocate some particular responsibility to somebody, then we can always add tags and we can mention their responsibilities. From here we can delete the team. So now we are going to discuss each and every section one by one. Once we have created any team, for example this project team, when we click over here, these three options are available along with this plus button. So here we are going to add few tags. So each and every section we are going to discuss in detail now. Let us start with manage teams. Once we enter into the manage team, these options will be available. So let us first look into the setting option. Here we can add picture, member permissions, enable channel creation, adding apps and more. Okay, this is the point where we can allocate few permissions to the members also. Guest permission, if somebody is entered as a guest, then also we can give some permissions. If we share link of the team with somebody, he can always enter as a guest, and few permissions we can allocate from here. At the rate mentions, choose who can use at the rate team and at the rate channel. Okay, as we are using at the rate on Facebook, similarly we can use it in teams also. Team code, okay, share this code so people can join the team directly. You won't get join requests. Okay, this is something which can generate a particular code will be generated. We can share that code with our team members, with whom with the all the team members, those can be part of that particular project team. Fun stuff, there are so many emojis and GIF stickers available. We can always add or remove from this point. Tags, which we have already discussed, we can allocate some tags to particular people, particular members or owners, mentioning their particular responsibility, so that anybody can click over this tag and they can know what are their current role in this particular team. So this is how we can do settings in any project team. Analytics, this is another option. Here we can see how many people are there, how many meetings we have attended, okay, how many engagements are there, active user, how many users are there. So all these things are available as a summary here. Again, there are so many other apps which can be integrated into the teams while using all these features. Few of the apps we are going to discuss in this video also in detail. So let us see how we can integrate and use all these features along with calling and chatting and group chatting. Now again, uh, once we have created a team, okay, we know what are the features available under manage team. Now let us go to the second part, that is creating channels. We can add channels under particular team. First of all, we need to understand what is this channel, what is the use, and how we can use in any of the projects. Channel is a subsection which can be extremely useful while performing and monitoring project activities. We are going to discuss this feature in detail in this video. So let us start with this add channel feature, which is available under any particular created team. So once we click on the add channel, this window will pop up and we can create a channel name here. Again, we can give some description which is optional, but this is very useful if you want to give any message to the particular team members. Again, here this privacy, this can be public or accessible to particular people. Okay, then once we click on add, this will be added. So we can create few channels under particular project team. So for example, in an oil and gas project, if we are having 5-10 disciplines, we can add team here: piping team, civil team, similarly electrical, mechanical team, okay, instrument, electrical, any team we can generate here. Okay, team members we have already added, particular team we have added as a section. So we have created this section. Similarly, for just to understand here the concept of channels, if any particular school is using teams, then for example for first class there are two sections, section A and section B. So section A and B can be used, can be added as a channels. So this is a team and this is a particular channel. So we can give access ownership to the section A class teacher and section B class teacher. Similarly, here piping lead will have access, or piping HOD may have access as a owner, and rest of the team members may be having access of as a member or guest. So this is how we can create channels. Now let us see how we can use these channels to improve the productivity and to monitor the project activities. Once we have created a particular channel, for example piping team, okay, once we right click over this, these many options are available. Okay, these are the channel notification. We can turn it on or off as per the requirement. We can hide it, we can pin it. Manage channel, these are the same options which are available if we right click over here, which we have already discussed in last slide. Get email address, suppose we are having 20 people here in this team, we can create a common email ID for all these people. Okay, get email address. That email address, if we send an email, then that email will be sent to all the team members which are already there in this project team. Get link to the channel. Okay, we have created this channel and we can get a link of this channel which we can share with other team members, which is very easy to share. I mean, if anybody joins later, we can always share the link, or if somebody outside this piping team, if you want to share some particular information, you can always share through this link and they can join as a guest, or we can change the permission group for those particular people. So edit this channel, we can always edit. If you want to change the name or anything, we can always edit this from this option. Connectors, suppose there are 20 teams, so we don't know how this is connected with each other. We can always click over here and you can get the whole hierarchy, how this piping team is connected with civil team or project team. So those connections will be visible from here. Then delete this channel. You can always delete if this is not required. So we can use these options by right clicking over particular channel. So once we have a channel with us, suppose a piping team, so we can communicate with each and every member or with the whole team from this location only. We don't have to send different emails. Particular specific message we can always share with the team from this feature, and this will remain here only for as long as we don't delete this channel. So particular specific messages we can always share with the team, and that will be pop up that will pop up in Teams once they open the Teams. So now let us see how we can start a new conversation here. We have created a team, we have a channel here, we have added team members, we have added owners. Now let us start a conversation here. Once we click over here, this type of box will pop up. Okay, and these many features are available here. Now let us see how we can use these features to pass on a particular message to a particular team. So these are covered under post. So we are starting channel features. First one is post. So let us see how we can post our message, how we can communicate with the team members. That is common point. Once we start typing here, these features will get activated. So if we click over here on A, what will happen? This will pop up like this. Once we click over A, this window will open. Okay, all these formatting features will be there. Okay, you can add tables, you can add few links, folder links or web links, any links we can add here. All the formatting features are there. So suppose we are mentioning few action points to whole team. Okay, first one is MTO extraction, second is isometric extraction, third is weekly status. So this is what we have given a message. These are the action points which we need to complete. So this is how we can use this feature while starting a conversation with the whole team. Okay, so this will once we have completed our message, we will click over enter, and this message will pop up like this. So any of the team member will have an option to reply on this. Suppose somebody is not dedicatedly working on these particular things, so he can always message, he can always reply that he is not available today to work on these activities. Or if somebody has completed all these three activities, he can also reply like he has completed all three activities and he has started working on some other activities. So somehow we can start communicating through the team. Okay, then the second one is here. This is very important. This is a symbol of attachment. We can attach n number of files here. We have all those options which are available. Browse teams and channels. If we have created many channels, we have so many teams with us, there are a few documents which we have already uploaded. We don't have to upload it again. We don't have to copy files again and again. We can always refer to that particular already shared folder or file through this. Or if somebody has kept some file at OneDrive, we can give path of that file. Or if you want to upload anything from your local drive, then that can also be done from this feature. So these two features are very useful. We don't have to copy, we don't have to make n number of copies of same file. Okay, so we can use this attachment file and we can share it with the team. So whole team will use that particular file. They don't have to copy it again. So this can be used very cleverly, and we can save our local space on our hard disk. Again, these are very common features, emoji, GIFs, stickers. Okay, this is also very important feature. If somebody has completed some given target, or the team has completed some milestone, we can always mention a particular person name or team name here, and we can always give this regard to team or particular person. Again, there are many other features. For example, YouTube, if you want to share some YouTube link, video link, this can be used, and you can copy paste your particular video link here, and YouTube will find out that video, and that will be shared with the whole team. So this is how these conversation features are used. So we can communicate at a single point, we can share files, we can allocate action points or any message. Team member can reply to those particular allocated activity. So this is how we can start conversation with the team members using channels. Second one is files. Okay, we have created a team, we have created a channel. Under that we have many options. Posts we have already discussed. Files is very important here. What we can do, if you see, there are many features like new, upload, synchronize, copy link, download, add cloud storage, open in SharePoint. Okay, let us start with this. If we click on new, we'll have options like new file or new folder. Suppose we have created these 4 folders here: isometric tracker, pin IDs, plot plan, vendor drawings. Okay, and we can copy all these files inside these folders. For example, pin IDs in project life cycle, we get n number of revisions from pin ID, and we keep on making different folders at hard disk and local drives, server, everywhere we keep on making so many folders. But here, once we create a folder, this can be used throughout the life cycle of the project and throughout the team members. We don't have to create new folders, and anybody who has access to teams, they can log in and they can enter into the team channel and have access to all these folders. Okay, so once we have created new folders, we have uploaded all the files, these are available here. At the same time, these files are available on SharePoint. That means if somebody has opened a particular pin ID, then n number of other team members can also open the team that particular pin ID, and they can also refer the same document. Not only they can refer, they can comment on those pin IDs also, and at the same time n number of people can open the file. Similarly, if you have access to isometric tracker, we have uploaded isometric tracker Excel file in this folder, and we have uploaded here every member of the team, every member of the project team to whom we have given the access as a member of or owner, they can access to that particular tracker. So we don't have to share status with n number of stakeholders. We can update that file and we can keep it here. Anybody can come and see the status and review the stages. Similarly, plot plan. In plot plan, we have involvement of various disciplines. We don't have to pass on these documents again and again. We can always keep it here. Anybody can come and comment on a particular document. Similarly, vendor drawings. In the project life cycle, we have to review so many vendor drawings again and again. So many disciplines are involved in a particular vendor drawing. So anybody can come here, they can review, they can comment, they can see each and every detail. We don't have to copy all those documents at different locations. Okay, I've taken few examples. There are so many other activities which can be done. Just think about it. This can be a very good saver, space saver, time saver. We don't have to share things again and again. Anybody can come and look into the latest documents which are kept at one point. Okay, whoever is a part of this particular channel or particular team, they have automatically access to these documents. Just imagine we don't have to send n number of emails. We don't have to convey messages like document has been changed or latest is uploaded, or so many things we can avoid once we have all those documents at a particular point, and those particular team members are having access to these channels. So this is how these files are very important. Okay. Wiki. This is a feature which is available under channel. Okay, this is very important feature which can be used very cleverly in any of the projects. This is not Wikipedia, but this is similar to that, which we can create during the project life cycle. Once we click over this option will be, this page will open. Okay, untitled page, untitled section, new page. We can create n number of pages here. Okay, this is very important. We should remember this is available here. We can click over this and new page will be available, template will be available, and we can rename it, we can add information, and number of things can be done. For example, if we click over this and we name it job notes, okay, untitled name, we have named it job notes, and we have edited this section as a job note 1, for example, for hydrotest vent drain philosophy. Then we added one new section here, added job note 2 minimum spool length criteria, and we can enter the details here. Then n number of job notes we can create here under particular page. Its name is job notes. Okay, similarly we can go for another, we can add new page, we can say model review. Okay, and this kind of page we can always create under page name, model review, status of 30% model review, 60% model review, 90% model review. Okay, we can always mention when it was performed, okay, how many tags were captured, and status. Here we can add table and many formatting features we can always add here. So we can, this can be a permanent record. This 30% model review was conducted in June, and suppose 100 tags were captured. Out of that, 80 tags are closed, 20 are open. This kind of status is always, this can be uploaded here. Once it is mentioned here, uploaded here, updated here, this is available to whole project team, all piping team. Anybody can come and see. Nobody has to ask anybody. They can come and they can see. Only thing is we have to update the status here. Maybe once in a week or fortnightly we have to update it, and that will be available to everybody. This is how we can create job notes, model review. This is just an example. We can do n number of things. We can add checklist, project activities, okay, job notes we have already discussed, any number of n number of philosophies, project activity philosophy, how we can plan our activities. We can mention n number of things here under wiki option. So once we have created many pages and we have listed out here, we have filled few sections, we have mentioned the headings. So this will look like this. This is subsection. Once we click over this, details will be visible here. So this is how we can use wiki. This is very simple but very important feature which is already available inside the teams. So here if you see, we have discussed post, files, wiki. Now let us see what is this plus button. These are additional tabs which are optional but available with us. We can use many tabs during the project's life cycle. So let us see, let us look into few of the tabs and look into detail how we can use these tabs. For example, once we click over this type of palette will open up. Okay, these are so many app tabs which are available. Okay, in this video we are going to discuss in detail one planner and how we can use this website option. These are very simple to use but very important, and we can utilize these things cleverly to optimize the things and to increase the productivity. So let us see how we can use this planner tab. Once we click over the planner, okay, this palette will open up and we can name that planner. Okay, for example, we are giving it the name of piping activities. Once we click over this, we can save it. Okay, so this kind of palette will open. This piping activities will come here instead of plus. This will move on right side. So this is available now, piping activities. Now what is this planner? Under this piping activity, this will come automatically. Okay, we can add task. This is the name. This has come automatically. This is default name, to do. Okay, we can click over this and we can always rename this. There is a feature called add new bucket. So this is our one bucket. This is the name of the bucket. So we can add n number of tasks here under this particular bucket. This we can add new bucket. Again, we can add n number of tasks here. So under each and every task, if you see here, it is asking us to enter a task name. We can enter particular name here. We can decide the due date when we want to complete this particular task and who is assigned to perform this task. So these three things we can enter here at a particular point of time during the project. So this is how we have created a piping activity and we have created a task here. Suppose we have named it isometric transmitter and we have to send that transmitter on 13th of November, and we have assigned to particular person. We can add n number of members here who will be involved in this activity. So this is how we can create a task under a particular bucket. So now let us see how we have changed this name from to do to isometric plan. So this is nothing but we have just double clicked here. This is editable and we have named it isometric plan. Under isometric plan, we have created two tasks. One is isometric transmitter, which is due on 13th November. One and another one we have created by clicking over add task is isometric extraction, and that was due on 6th of November. Now as you see, if that date has already gone, then it will become red here. We can see to whom it is assigned. Once we have added add task, then it will appear like this. Okay, again, now the person who is assigning this task, there are two stakeholders. One is who is assigning and another one who is going to perform that activity. Now once we have created this task, these tasks, we can create n number of tasks here. For example, an HOD is there, head of the department, who has created these tasks. Then maybe a piping lead can assign team members to that particular task and decide the time taken and completion date. Those are decided at the starting. But at the same time, if somebody wants to give further details to that particular person, how any checkpoints are there or any other things which we need to take care, those can also be mentioned here. Once we have created this, just double click over here and this kind of palette will open. Okay, this is a palette where we can mention few details. For example, this is the bucket name which is already there. Then progress, it is not started. Priority, it is top priority, medium, low. Okay, that can also be mentioned here. Start date, okay, and due date. So this is due date 13th of April, which is already mentioned here. Okay, then some notes we can always add here. Few checkpoints which are to be taken care while performing this task. We can add some checkpoints. Then attachment, few attachments we can mention here which may be referred by the person who is going to perform this task. Then few comments if you want to add, that can also be added here. So this is a one-time activity and we have assigned that task with required information that is required to perform those tasks. Now this is to and fro communication platform. This can be filled by the person who has assigned. Once it is assigned, then the person who is performing that task, they can always come here, they can also double click here and they can come here and they can update all these features. For example, if they have started, they can mention it is started. If it is completed, they can mention it is completed. So these can be mentioned here. For example, if some 4 or 5 checkpoints are there and the person who is performing, they have checked only 2 or 3 points, then they can always mention which points they have checked and which point they have not considered. So let us look into the thing which we have just discussed. This kind of details we can always mention under this particular task which we have created. Isometric plan, start date, end date, it is not started, and medium priority. And we have mentioned some notes here. Please ensure transmittal has been issued by 13th of November. Now we have added few checkpoints. Ensure no duplicate lines are there. While issuing that transmittal, we need to take care there are no duplicate lines. That is one of the checkpoints here. Process data is filled in isometrics or in transmittal or in tracker. Sheet numbers are correct. If some particular sheets numbers are there, then that has to be correct. So these 3 checkpoints are already mentioned by the person who has assigned this task. Okay. There is another palette, show on card. If we click it, then these checkpoints will be visible on this palette. Okay, the taskbar. Then we can add attachments. Again, we don't have to attach anything new. We can always use SharePoint, Teams, file options, anything we can add. And few comments has been mentioned by the person who has assigned this task. For example, to meet the project schedule, we need to issue the transmittal by 13th of November. So this is the deadline where up to what date we have to complete this task. Now again, same palette can be used by the person who is performing that activity. If somebody has performed that activity, he can always come. We can double click over here and can mention completed. Earlier it was not started. Once we make it completed, we don't have to do many things. Just click over here and select the status. It is completed, then it will automatically become closed here. Okay, so date is mentioned here. Also you can mention whatever checkpoints we have completed. Okay, any remarks if somebody wants to add, they can also add here. So this is one of the features which is available within the Teams software. Under channel options, under tab, we have just used one feature only, planner. This is how we can enter n number of activities here. So anybody can track, anybody can see the status. We don't have to answer to so many people. Okay, all the stakeholders can be added into the team as a owner or member or as a guest. They can come and they can see the status of any of the activities. If somebody wants to reschedule or they want to change the dates, okay, with based on the project priority, site priority or application priority, they can always come and change here. Okay, so many modes of communication can be avoided with the simple uses of this planner. Okay, so let us see how few other examples which we have done here. For example, we have created one bucket isometric plan, then model review, and n number of new categories can be created here. For example, we have to uh, close 90% model review tags by 11th of November, and we have to submit the report by 20th of November. So we can create these kind of tasks here. This is available to all the team members. We can send a message to any of the particular team member to whom we have assigned through these teams only, and they can acknowledge that message also, that they have received that message and they know that they have been assigned this task and they have to complete it by particular specific date. So this is how this can be used. All these piping activities can be mentioned here as a bucket. Okay, so each bucket has few tasks which are assigned to particular person with a particular date. So everybody is clear what they are doing, what they have been assigned, and how they are going to prioritize all these activities. So this is how we have used the planner as a tab here. Now let us look into another feature which is also available along with planner, that is website. Okay, this is very simple but very important. This can be a particular kind of record which is will be available to all the team members. Now let us see how we can use it. There are so many other options which are available to everyone, but anyhow let us focus on website feature. Again, once we click on the website, under tabs, this pop window will pop up. Okay, for example, we have just named it codes and standards. Okay, now let us assume we have a YouTube channel where all these standards have been explained. You can just copy that link here, or you can create a playlist, and that playlist link can be copied here. Okay, and we just have to click on save. So this kind of palette will be available for all the team members. For example, this is a team, this is a channel, and we have created a code and standard tab. Okay, this will look like here. This is what we have named it. This will come here. So under that we have given a playlist name, web link here. This will pop up here. So once we click over this, this YouTube channel playlist will be played. So this is one of the playlists which is available on Oil and Gas Funda's channel. Okay, so this will pop up like this. So all the video links will be available. For example, the well materials, API 60, API 600, impact testing, allowable. We can do n number of things here. Okay, with a particular web link, this particular web link will be available to whole team. You can log in anywhere from any laptop, desktop, any mod, and these things will be available. All these features, piping activities, files, post, codes and standard, and a number of web links we can add here. Okay, so this is how we can use these tabs option under channel. Similarly, as we have discussed about the playlist, same way under same tab, that is website, we have named it Oil and Gas Fundamentals, and we have given a particular YouTube channel link. Okay, this is channel link, not a particular video link. This is the channel link, and once we save it, it will look like this. So all the particular features which are available on YouTube on that particular channel, all those playlist videos, everything will be visible here to the whole team. Okay, whole piping team, civil team, project team under particular tab. So this is how we can use this tab button, tab feature. N number of features are available under tab. We can add these tabs in a particular project and we can utilize to improve the productivity. Now let us discuss the calendar feature. This is also very important. Most of us are aware of how to schedule a meeting, but there are few features which are very important and very useful, which are available in team software. So let us look into few of the features which are available and which can be utilized to improve the productivity. For example, once we click over this calendar and we schedule a meeting, new meeting, this window will pop up. Okay, we can enter a title. For example, to get the weekly status, we mention a weekly status as a subject. Then we can add a number of members from the teams which are available. Then we can enter the time, date and time. Okay, then if you want to repeat it on weekly basis, fortnightly basis, daily basis, that can be done from here. Add channel, this is very important feature. If you see, we have discussed all these, how to create teams, how to create channel. So this channel name, if we enter here, that particular team members will be added automatically. Add location, if you want to conduct a meeting at a particular conference room, then that address can be given. Otherwise teams access address can be given. That way a particular link will be generated which will be shared with all the attendees. Okay, so this is particular place where we can give some message or agenda of the meeting. Okay, so now let us look at few of the features. This is something which is available and which we I think everybody has used, but there are few features which are important and which are available free of cost here. Okay, one is notes. Once we have sent this invitation to everybody and the meeting has started, and that time then this feature is available, which is notes. So anybody who is available in that meeting, who is present in that meeting, who is attending that meeting, can enter notes here, which will be available permanently with the meeting invite. So those minutes of meeting will be captured during the meeting only. So those will be available, and anybody can add few notes here, and those will be available to all the team members who have attended the meeting. Okay, now let us look at call options, which most of us have already used. Okay, once we make a call to any of the team member, then his name will be photo or name will appear in the center, and this kind of window will pop up. Okay, we are talking about the calls option. Then there will be few options which are available here. Okay, once we zoom it, these will be the options, and once we click over this, whosoever is present in that meeting will be listed here. This is a chat button. Once we click over this and this we type any message and send, this message will be available to all the team members who are present in that particular meeting. Okay, and this is a raise hand button. Suppose suppose there are 20 members who are attending that meeting, and somebody wants to ask any question or somebody has any doubt, they can raise hand. They can press this button, and this will be visible to the speaker who is giving presentation or talking on some particular topic. Okay, so this raise hand will be mentioned against particular person's name. So speaker knows that he has to ask that particular person at a particular point of time and answer that particular person's question. So this is how we can raise hand, and we can uh, let him know that we want to ask something. Again, once the meeting has started, there will be a link generation button. We can click over here and share this link to particular team members. They can click over that link and they can directly join to that meeting. So this is very important. Sometimes we start a meeting and we come to know that few people are missing, or somebody has forgot to invite few particular people. So we can always copy this link and share with those team members, so they can directly join. They will be part of that meeting. Now let us talk about chat options. This is very frequently used option, but let us look into various options which are available with us while using this team software. So once we click over here, we'll have few options. Okay, suppose we have already chatted with so many people, then we can use this filter button. Okay, then we can filter particular person's chat or contact name. Again, same feature is there. Once we click over this, then this kind of window will pop up, and you can enter particular name, email or group or any tag, or you can directly go to search button. So many features are available to search and to start the chat. Again, if you click over here, we have a drop down button. Once we click over this, then we'll have two options. Okay, we can refer to particular chat where more than one person was there or a single person was there, or we can directly go to the contacts. All the contact list will be listed here, and you can select the person with whom you want to discuss something. Once you select a person from the list, then this kind of window will pop up, and these will be the options which will be available during the chat. Okay, files, organization, activities. Files, as we have already discussed, once we click over file, this share button will open. Once you click over the share, then OneDrive and upload from computer will be available. So you can share those particular files with that person or with the team members who are available in the particular chat. Once you click over organization, then you can see the person hierarchy in an organization, to whom he is reporting and how many people are reporting to him. Every detail you can see here. Activities, you can check out what are future past activities here with a particular team member. So once you click over here and you select you have selected OneDrive or uploaded from computer. Suppose you have uploaded these two files, and then these two files will be available to that person also with whom you are chatting, or a group of people who are available in this chat. So what is the benefit of uploading these two files here? Suppose you have to give a presentation on a particular topic within a hour, and you want your team members to work on that particular file. Once you have uploaded that file here, they can start working on that particular file at the same time. Okay, so that means you have shared a path where that particular file is there, and n number of people can work on that, and that can be updated quickly. Similarly, doc file, word file you can share, and n number of people can work on that particular file at same time. So this is how this is very useful feature which is available under chat. Okay, we don't have to copy paste all these documents again and again at different folders, and again we have to consolidate everybody's input. Everybody can work at the same time, and already things are consolidated. So this is very important feature and should be used during the project life cycle. Again, these features will be available. You can call to that particular person. This is very important. This is share desktop. You can share your desktop screen with that particular person. And suppose there are two people. One option is you have shared that file, and both are working at the same time. Another option is one has shared his PC and one person is updating that, and second person is also reviewing that file. From this option, we can add n number of people into that particular call or chat. Okay, this button is just to pop up the chat box outside from this particular box. So this is how we can use all these features while doing our chat or call using Teams software. Now let us look into few of the setting options. We are using all these features, we are calling people, we are scheduling a meeting, so we sometimes we need to change our team setting. So let us look into various features which are available under setting options. You can reach here by right clicking on the Teams icon and click on settings, and this window will pop up. So this is the default window which will be available that time. So once we click on general, then these three default, you can go to dark view, high contrast view. So based on the lighting available around you, you can select one of the options. Then to restart, right click the Teams icon in the taskbar, then select quit, then reopens. So there are few options which are already available. Auto start application is there. Once you click it, and whenever you restart your PC, this will be starting automatically. Open application in background. Okay, this will be open, but this will not be showing on the desktop. So automatically it will be opened and will be silently available at the background. Once we close it, keep the application running. Okay, so this is already automatically default click is there. Disable GPU hardware acceleration. So these kind of features are available. Turn on new meeting experience. Okay, so you can change these settings whenever you want. Enable logging for meeting diagnosis. So these options are available under general category. Okay, language you can change. So these are the general setting options which are available with us. Again, once you click on privacy, this is very critical. Do not disturb. Sometime you want to work silently and you don't want anybody to disturb you, but at the same time you don't want to miss calls from few important stakeholders. So that time you can change the priority access. You have changed your status to do not disturb, but still from particular people you can get the call. So you can manage that priority access from this button. You can block few contacts from where you don't want to receive any call. You can always block, and you can edit that list here. Read recipients. Okay, let people know when you have seen their message. If you don't want, you can change it here. Okay, this setting, nobody will come to know that you have read the message or not. Okay, pop-out chat will need to closed and reopen for this sync to take effect in those chats. So if you are doing chatting and you have using chat box differently, different windows, then if you change this setting, then this may not reflect in those particular windows. You have to close those and reopen those windows, then only this will be available. So this is a survey option which is available default. Sometime Microsoft Teams send us survey links. You can close receiving those surveys by deactivating this link. When we click over notification, you can change the notification method which is available with us. Suppose you want to get notification for missed calls or mails every hour, every minute, as soon as possible. So many options are available. You can change always from this button. Appearance and sound, show message preview, you can close it. Play sound for notification, you can close it. So again, teams and channel, these are many options which are available with us. Okay, replies, meetings, people, other recommendation tips and prompts from team. So each and everything can be edited from this point. Then if you come to the hardware options, devices, audio devices, you can change from here, speaker, microphone. So these options are available here. You can always change and you can always make a test call. Secondary ringer and camera options you can change from this particular place. Now let us look at permissions, which we have already discussed few of the permissions which are available at some other locations also. So we can come to here from setting features, media permissions, location. You don't want to tell team members your current location, you can change it from here. Notification, you don't want to receive any notification. External links, you don't want to receive any external links. For example, somebody is sending you the YouTube link video, you can always stop receiving those things from here. So this kind of setting permissions you can always change from permission tab. Then last one is related to calls, answering calls rules. Calls, ring me, forward my calls. If you don't want to receive any call, you can always click here and all calls will be covered under voicemail. And you can set the timing also. So this is how you can change the ringtone. So these kind of setting options are available under calls tab. So this is how we can change our setting options which are available under Teams feature. So this was the whole agenda which was planned for this video. We discussed how to create teams, how to add members, how we can add the channels, what is the importance of channel, how we can utilize these features to improve the productivity of a project, and how we can communicate through these features with all the team members, how we can share the files, how we can share the media files, how we can utilize all the tab options which are available, for example, planners and web links to improve the productivity. Then how to schedule a meeting, how we can record the minutes, how we can record the meeting for future meetings, how to group call, how to make utilization of people who are available in a particular meeting, and we can utilize those to comment on a particular document or to edit any particular document at the same time, and all these setting options which are available for Teams software. So I'm sure this was a useful video and it can help you to improve or to save time at a particular point in a project life cycle. So thank you for watching. Stay tuned. See you in the next part.